for the Office of City Administrator that you can find. And again, you can always reach out to us if you have any questions. I'm going to shift gears and quickly cover general office safety. So here is an example of somebody who's about to take a fall. And this could be very dangerous. Even though he's landing on carpet, he could fall back and hit his head and have a pretty serious injury. So we, when you're working, be aware of your own behavior, that you're not putting yourself at risk. In this case, this gentleman put himself at risk by tilting back on a chair that sort of exceeded what he could do here. This is kind of an old photo too. I'm looking at these chairs. I don't think they exist anymore. All right, but here are some things that happen a lot. All of us have cords and cables now at our workstations. A huge number of cords and cables. Cell phones, tablets, microphones, camera cords. Oh my gosh. I look under my desk and I've got 10 cords and cables. It's very common for them to kind of get pulled out by your feet, and then it can become a tripping hazard. And it doesn't seem like a big deal, but if you get your feet tangled up in that and you go down, you could bang your head on the edge of the desk. You could strain your knee. You could hurt your back. It could turn into actually a pretty serious injury, life-changing injury for somebody. When I worked at the health department, we had a cord that was sticking out and stretched across partially an aisleway, and we had an employee trip on that and break their knee, and they were out for months and months recovering from that. And of course, it's life-changing because they couldn't do all of the exercises and sports that they were used to doing. That changed their life, and they were not they were in their 30s at the time. And so we don't want those kinds of injuries occurring. To prevent them, make sure all your cords and cables are tucked back out of the way. Really pay attention to this. It doesn't take much to cause a trip and fall. If you see anything wet on any work surface, again, it doesn't take much liquid to cause somebody to slip and fall. So make sure that things get cleaned up. Even the smallest coffee spill, the smallest grease spill, you got to clean it up so that you or somebody else doesn't trip or fall or slip. Now, of course, there's electrical hazards and electrical cords everywhere in our offices. If you work with around electrical equipment, which we all do, make sure that it's in good condition. So if you have equipment that uses a 3-prong plug, make sure that the prong pin is in place. Don't use equipment if that's been pulled out